Hello. So good evening or good wherever you are. Could be afternoon, I guess, but hello and welcome to talk about EFT. And this evening we have Edda Hardy with us. Hi, Edda. Hello.
Hello.
Edda, I'm just going to do the introduction while people are still joining us so that you can get going. So Edda is going to talk to us this evening about what's the title, Edda? Just remind me.
How to outsmart our subconscious mind with EFT tapping.
Oh, wow. So that sounds like something that we could all do with a bit of. So I'm just going to do your formal introduction now, Edda. So Edda is a subconscious transformation coach and spiritual ascension guide. And she specializes in helping intuitive and empathic female entrepreneurs reach their full potential. And through her powerful tools and techniques, such as next level subconscious nervous system rewiring, Edda empowers you to master your mindset and energy, overcome self-imposed limitations, and create a harmonious balance between your personal and professional life. And she is an NLP master practitioner, accredited certified EFT master trainer and practitioner, hypnotherapist, past life regression therapist, and Reiki master. So welcome, Edda, and over to you. Looking forward to hearing you.
Thank you for having me here, Sue and Emma. It's always nice to be around other EFT practitioners and students as well, because we all know the power of EFT, I guess. So thank you for the introduction as well. Today, my talk is all about how we can outsmart our subconscious with EFT tapping. We are all familiar with EFT, I'm assuming. Yes, we're all familiar. We're familiar with the subconscious mind as well. We've all been working with the subconscious mind. Great, brilliant. As we know, the subconscious mind has magical abilities. And I love tapping into that power to help, others to overcome their internal challenges, such as fears, traumas, blocks, worries, thought patterns, and we all have all of those. And I want to kind of show you, explain to you how the subconscious mind works, so you can also do that for yourself and also for your clients as well, if you're an EFT practitioner or a coach or another practitioners as well. I mean, I have experienced many miracles through the power of subconscious mind. I help many amazing people overcome their chronic pain, their fears, phobias, release their past traumas or limiting beliefs within minutes. I saw them break free from the narcissistic relationship patterns or getting the job that they desire, even creating the life they want with lots of peace and happiness. And these are all available to us if we know how to get there. In the beginning, it was very challenging for me to get there. I will tell you a little about myself in a minute as well, but I really struggled to understand all this. And I was looking for an answer in the different places. And now I feel like I've got the answers and I want to share it with the world, because the world is beautiful and I like to make it a more beautiful place as well. Let me tell you a little about my background. Oh, by the way, feel free to ask me any questions as well. I do like interactive sessions, so feel free to ask me any question you want as well. I'm quite happy to answer it for you. So a little bit about my background. I'm an empath. Are there other empaths here? Do we know what empath is? We feel other people's emotions, physical pain. I'm one of those. I feel other people's emotions like my own. I also feel their physical pain like my own. And as you can imagine, as a sensitive child, my childhood was extremely challenging because I did not know what was mine, what was not mine. And I was always in constant pain. And doctors couldn't find any answers, and my mood was changing non-stop, and I did not know the reason behind it. Also, I had various childhood abandonment traumas, resulted in me having many limiting beliefs, fears, and blocks in my life. My mum went to a different country when I was 10 months old. And when I was a baby, I developed these limiting beliefs, thinking that I was not good enough, I was not wanted. Because if you think about it, your mom leaves you, most important person in your life. I was thinking, if my mom doesn't want me, nobody wants me. So I end up having quite a lot of limiting beliefs and fears in my life. And as a result, years later, I went into a very deep depression. Very deep depression. Also, I had this perfectionist mindset. I had to be so perfect for everyone to love me. If I'm not perfect, they're gonna leave me, because I had this fear of abandonment. And afterwards, when I went to deep depression, I couldn't get out of it. Almost like lost everything. I lost many, many people from my life, and it was very difficult. And I really tried to heal. As a single mom with 2 children, I really tried to heal. I didn't want to give up to my fears, my limiting beliefs, my traumas, but it was really, really challenging. I tried many, many different modalities, many tools. I tried talking therapies, I tried meditation, mindfulness, breathing, yoga, walking in the nature. I read thousands of self-help books, went to many events all over the world, conferences, hired coaches, and without any long-lasting effect. I don't know if you feel the same. It was very, very difficult. I realized later on I was looking for a solution in the wrong place. And it made me feel like a failure, because hardly anything was changing my life. And I was thinking, this is working for everybody else. Why is this not working for me? What is wrong with me? Has anyone been there? It's very challenging. Yes, very, very challenging. Makes you feel like a failure. And another belief, form, I'm a failure. Nothing is working for me. It was very, very difficult. But the thing is that I did not realize that none of these techniques actually solve our problems. They only kind of help us to manage the symptoms so that we can find a solution to solve our problems. So years and years, I was looking for a solution. I couldn't find it until I came across EFT tapping with Emma and Sue. I'm very grateful for that as well. Thank you for introducing me to EFT tapping. And it took me years to get to where I am right now, because I call it human experiences. When we're born, we are just beautiful beings, very innocent and pure, and the human experience happened to us. Our limiting beliefs sort of comes as a layer. Our human experiences are sort of traumas, be like an onion, yeah? Layer after layer, it kind of block us. And I call it human experiences. So I had to kind of unlearn everything that I learned. I had to get rid of my human experiences to kind of eliminate all my fears, my traumas, my limiting beliefs. So I have to do really deep work, subconscious work. This is where the answer is. Very, very important. So it was a very difficult journey, a very long journey. And I do not want anyone to go through the same struggles that I went through. And that's why I want to teach everyone the power of the subconscious mind, because I felt like, okay, I learned how to do it. I've wasted so many years and lots of money. I spent probably about £145,000 on my kind of self-development and the healing and everything. And you don't need to, nobody needs to reinvent the wheel. And I want everyone to be able to tap into this, so we can change the whole world, tap into the subconscious mind. It is easy to overcome our human challenges, our human experiences. We just need to focus inwards, not outwards. It is the important thing. We need to look at our human experiences, our past. Luckily, my background is computer programming and finance, and that really helped me. And my years of, self-development studies as well, I found a key to transforming our inner world, our subconscious mind. I know how the subconscious mind works now, and I'm going to try to explain to you, and so you can use it in your practice, in your life as well. I mean, some of you might already know that, but in case, I'm just going to explain to you as well. So I want to show you how to reprogram our mind for success, happiness, and peace within minutes. I think it's very important to leverage our subconscious to create the life and reality that we desire. Because if we think about it, our subconscious mind be like a computer, and it's not here to kind of punish us or anything. It's just an empty slate. Whatever information we put in there in our childhood, this is what we get now. I'm going to go into more details in a minute. It might make more sense. Let me see. Okay. We don't need to really wait a long time to manifest our desires or improve the relationships. With this tool, with EFT, we can easily level up our business and break through income ceilings and create lasting, loving relationships. And paving the way to our desired reality. Whatever you want in your life, we can really, if we know how to do it, there's a possibility that we can achieve it, because I've seen this happening. I've seen this happening so many times. I mean, who wants sort of more happiness, more peace, more abundance in their life? We all want it, don't we? But there is a block that's stopping us, isn't it? If there is something, I want you to start thinking about it. What is that block that's stopping you? Think about it, what you really want to achieve in your life, and what is that block? Because I want to show you a way how to overcome that block. But important thing is finding the block, isn't it? We all know the core issues. We want to find a block. What is the block? What is stopping us? And how that programming went in there in the first place. We might just need to do a little tweak to get you what you want to achieve. Let me tell you a little about EFT. I mean, you all know the EFT, but we all know EFT tapping is a form of acupuncture that involves tapping specific points on the body while focusing on the negative emotions or physical discomfort. It's simple and easy to use technique that's based on the principle of ancient Chinese medicine, acupuncture. We all know that, yeah. By the way, feel free to, if it's something not clear, feel free to pass your questions in the chat box as well. It's completely fine. Our subconscious mind is incredibly powerful, and the information that it holds shapes our perceptions, beliefs, and experiences in life. This is very important. Whatever the beliefs you have, whatever the priority you have in your life, is all being shaped by the subconscious mind. And that creates the foundation of who we are and what we are experiencing in life. So start thinking about your challenges in life. They're all coming from somewhere. And I want to help you find all of those as well. I mean, most of us are unaware of our values. And we think that our value is in the right place sometimes. I mean, when I work with my clients, when I look at their values, sometimes they don't even know their top values. And sometimes they come up with something and I look at them and I see they're not serving them. So you might want to have a look at your values and see if they're really serving you. Even if you move one value from the top one to the second one, can have the power to change your life. Also the beliefs. We all talk about the limiting beliefs. What beliefs are limiting us in our lives? I mean, like me, I'll give you an example from me. Because of my childhood, I have this belief of I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy, I'm not important. I had to overcome all of that. I had to look. I kind of brushed them under the carpet, but it's so important to look at them because we think they are our biggest secrets. Nobody sees them, but that's not the case. Everything is energy. Everybody notices that kind of things because that's also your programming. It comes up. But I will come to you all of that as well. And priorities. What are our priorities? What are our triggers? What is triggering you? What is making you angry in life? Start making a list of all of that because we can overcome all of that as well. Fears. What are your bigger fears? I mean, for entrepreneurs, bigger fears are like being visible or being successful or fear of unknown. We are so comfortable in our comfort zone that we are so afraid of unknown. But everything that we want is outside of our comfort zone. It's once you get out of your comfort zone, you will start getting everything that you want. It's amazing how this stuff works. All right, so whatever you're experiencing in life, I want you to just notice that it's because of the old information the subconscious mind holds for you. All the programs, the information, just like the computer programs, once it's in the subconscious, it runs in the background without our knowledge. Be like our breathing, our heart, blood, and everything, isn't it? Runs at the background, and we are not even aware of any of that. And we want to know how to discover them. Yes, yeah. I mean, there are many, many ways to do that. One of them, look at yourself the way that you talk to yourself. Look at your internal thought process. What do you say about your life? What do you say about people? What do you say? I mean, for instance, from my previous experience, when I used to wake up in the morning, the first thing I used to say was, I hate my life. I hate my life with passion. And I created that life that I hated. So start looking at your internal world, what you're saying about life, about yourself. So many people goes, oh, I'm so stupid. And they think that they're being kind of, I don't know, polite or something. But this is, your subconscious doesn't know what's real, what's not real. And it's taking it as real. And that's what's giving to you. Saying, okay, your wishes are my command. You think you're stupid. I will make sure you do stupid things. I know what the ones who are stupid. All right. So we're looking at also repeating patterns in your life. What patterns are keep repeating in your life? For instance, sometimes people attract narcissistic relationship in their life, or they attract very difficult bosses, or attract scarcity. Keep looking at your life, which patterns are keep repeating in your life. So that means there's a programming running at the background without your knowledge. So we want to find all of that so we can overcome it. If you think about it, the undisputed law of personal growth is that people will never rise above their opinion of themselves. Let me repeat that again. Yeah. People will never rise above their opinion of themselves. So your subconscious will never allow you to move forward to the big income months or the desired income months or the happiness or the relationship or peace, everything as you want, unless you rise above the opinion of yourself. Again, if you think you're not worthy, of course you're not going to get that job. If you think you're not confident, you're not going to be able to get pay rise or the job that you apply for, because you're not going to be able to rise above the opinion of yourself. So it is very important to look at the subconscious again. What is your opinion of yourself? Very, very important. And you might also think that you might do some, visualization or vision board meditation that change your self-image. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of helps a little bit, but it's not enough to change the subconscious programming or the self-image. Why? Because conscious mind only makes up to 5% of the mind, and the subconscious programming is the 95%. If you think about it like an iceberg, the conscious mind is 5% at the top, above the surface. Subconscious is 95% underneath the surface. We're not able to see the 95%. And we think we are in control with the top 5%. So all you are listening to me with the top 5%. And you kind of, everything going through a filtering system, thinking, oh yeah, I take this, I take this, I won't take this, because you're going through with the filtering system in your life. Sorry, can we mute? That'd be really great. All right, let me have a look. 1 second. And also another thing is, if your subconscious sees your desired business success or desired lifestyle as a threat to your life, it will do everything possible to prevent that success from happening. Yeah. So if you desire something in your life, start thinking about it. Why is your subconscious blocking you getting there? Is it a threat for you? Or is it maybe secondary gain? We talk about the secondary gain. Is there a secondary gain? We know how it works with this. Sometimes people have certain illnesses and they get attention from other people, and even though they want to get better, they still want to get attention, so they don't want to let go of the illness. Self-sabotage, isn't it? So it could be anything that's blocking you to getting to the life that you desire. If you want to know if your subconscious mind is sabotaging your business or your life, look for signs like procrastination. Are you procrastinating? Do you have self-doubts? Or do you have fear of failure? Again, look at the repeating patterns. Which pattern is keep repeating itself? So this means there is something there. Either subconscious is sabotaging you, or the programming is not right. It needs to be maybe upgraded. It needs to change. Something needs to be let go. Or one of the human experiences might be holding you back. To change our lives and self-image, we need to focus on what's underneath the surface. So we need to look at our limitations, our beliefs, our values, traumas, all the blind spots that created the main stuck state in the first place. And nobody will give you a solution to your limiting beliefs, your stories, or your patterns unless you work with the subconscious specialists. Again, because you cannot get into your conscious mind with your subconscious mind. We can go to a certain level, but there's always something might be left behind. So bear that in mind as well. I mean, we all being trained. I'm an EFT trainer as well, but even I do struggle to kind of see my subconscious programming. I need to go to someone to help me to find out what is in there, because they're my blind spots. It is very hard to get into subconscious with the conscious. It's not possible. It's not possible. It is very hard, very challenging. We all know, I guess, childhood experiences, shape our beliefs, our attitudes, personalities, and emotions. And they become the lens through which we view the world and ourselves. And our subconscious programming determines our self-worth, our confidence, and our ability to achieve success. It also affects our relationships, our health, overall well-being. And it's scientifically being proven by neuroscience and epigenetics and quantum physics that subconscious programming creates your reality. And 95% of our behavior is not controllable by us. Our subconscious mind controls it. Again, we might think we are in control, but our subconscious mind controls it. And the subconscious structure is influenced by various factors, such as we all know, we learn all this in the EFT training as well: childhood experiences, cultural beliefs, media, religion, personal experiences. And all these experiences shape our beliefs. All right, but good news is we can change all of that with EFT tapping as well. We can change our self-image, we can overcome our anxiety, reduce our stress. And let me see. Okay, subconscious mind creates a lens that informs our perception. It filters and processes information based on our past experiences and beliefs, and creates what's often referred to as a subconscious lens. I don't know if you're familiar with this terminology. It will make more sense in a minute. This lens informs our perception and experience in life and significantly impacts our relationship, decisions, and overall well-being. Is anyone familiar with the reticular activating system, also called RAS? Yeah, we know how powerful it is, yeah? The RAS filters in the brain that help us focus on what's important to us by screening our irrelevant information. So it does this by matching incoming information with our current beliefs and values. So if I'll give you an example, for instance, if we could say, let's say, I created a belief years ago, I'm not lovable. So I created this programming, and it's like a little snowball. And our race goes, okay, we got this belief, let's go and find more proofs that, I'm not lovable. And it starts going and finding more proofs. And the more proofs they find, the snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But it doesn't see the other things that shows that I'm valuable. It only picks up the information that's saying, yeah, that's a proof. I'm not lovable. I'm not lovable. I'm not lovable. I'm not lovable. And this suddenly we create this self-fulfilling prophecy saying that I'm not lovable. Yeah, this is our RAS system. So we also need to have a look at it, understanding why, which RAS filtering system is in place in my subconscious. So I'm getting that information. Because if you think about it, the average person has 80,000 thoughts a day. 80,000 average. And the 95% repeat each day. 95% of it. It's quite large, isn't it? And believe it or not, this is so interesting. 85% of the repeated thoughts are negative. Isn't that amazing? I find that really fascinating. We are quite, negative human beings, I guess. We think quite negatively. 85% is negative. But we can change all of that. All of that can be changed. And let me see. And this will also inform our perception in our romantic relationship, and it causes us to attract partners who mirror this belief. Yeah, the ones that I'm talking about, like I'm not valuable, I'm not lovable, that kind of things. RAS always seek out information that confirms our beliefs and our perception, and our experience will be shaped accordingly. So it's always good to look out for that as well. Because all these experiences creates our perception, our experiences in life. And if you want to create your experiences, you need to look into your subconscious, see all the information that we're talking about, and start changing them one by one. That's what I did. I started changing them, start peeling the onion layers to make sure that whatever was no longer serving me, I'll release them. Just remember, your brain is running the show, and we are, unaware of it. You know how I said, I just see it a bit like the apps running in the background on our phones, They're sort of following the original programming without us even knowing anything about it. And that's why we find ourselves in the same loop again and again. Same loop, keep repeating itself. And we just wonder, why am I always attracting really bad bosses? Or why am I always attracting, narcissistic relationships? Why am I always on, struggling with money? Because you're on the same loop, because your app needs to be upgraded. Very important. Let me see. Okay, this is very important. We know that, we start experiencing life when we are very, very tiny, and there is no mind filtering system until about 7, 8 years old. So whatever being told to us, it goes directly into the subconscious, and our younger selves create those apps, those programs from a child's perspective. And these outdated apps are running in the background even when we are adult and creating our reality, and we're not even aware of it. For me, this information is like mind-blowing. If you think about it, you have a belief about money, and that belief may be created by your 5-year-old self because you had some sort of trauma or, small t trauma or something. And that app is running at the background without your awareness and creating everything about, regarding to money, because it's a money app. and you're wondering why money app is not working, why you're not attracting the abundance that you want in your life. So what we need to do is we need to go back to that younger self, whoever created that money app. We need to upgrade the app, and we also need to heal that younger self. I call that inner child healing. We need to go and heal the inner child healing. We also might need to do some shadow work, like overcoming limiting beliefs and fears and everything as well. Very powerful work, very powerful. And these apps could really prevent you or stop you from taking actions as well. I've seen it so many times. You know, when I'm working with clients, sometimes they don't have enough confidence due to certain things in their life. And once we get rid of that, once we change the programming, once we upgrade their apps, they're completely different people. They don't have the certain fears, or they don't have the certain beliefs. You probably experience it with your clients as well. You know, we're all living in those stories, all movies, aren't we? Without even knowing about it. But once we release them, once we get rid of them, they have no power over us anymore. So if you think about it, our reality, our behavior are always on autopilot and operate on our childhood programming, our patterns and behaviors, you know, repeated for years. Whether unconsciously or consciously, we believe all these programs to be accurate because this stuff's never been taught to us. That nobody tells us in the schools, do they? Nobody talks about subconscious mind. And everything we learned from our parents, our schools and everything created those apps. But everyone's app is different because no one's life experience is the same. And every time you're listening, you're making decision, you're going to those apps, you're checking with them, and you're taking action according to those apps. You know, all your what ifs or your fears, everything is on those apps. And they keep us stuck in this recurring life cycles. So if you feel stuck anywhere in your life, your app needs to be upgraded, your program needs to be upgraded. Because they can't stop us pursuing our goals and our desires. Those little apps can have power over us if we allow them to. And we don't want that, do we? Especially, you know, EFT practitioner, we want to release all of that stuff. Are you enjoying this, by the way? Is that clear? Yeah? Is that good? Okay, good. If you have any questions, please just put in the chat box. It's completely fine. All right. They also stop us applying to dream jobs and finding relationship that we desire because, you know, we know that our beliefs turn into self-fulfilling prophecies. And if that's the case, we want to upgrade them. Yeah, we all want to upgrade those. We want to start questioning it. So that's, as EFT practitioner, that's what we do. We upgrade those programs for our clients, for ourselves as well. All right, so another area. Every single action, decision, and result in your life happens as a result of the programming that you have captured in your mind since you were a baby. So if we are hurt at a certain ages, we need to also heal the younger version of ourselves because they can cause triggers. So if something is triggering you, it's usually younger selves that comes up and it triggers it. And we need to heal that. I call it inner child healing. I'm also planning to run some EFT inner child healing as well for EFT students. If anyone interested, they can reach out to me because I realize that inner child healing is extremely important. Even when we change the programming, if we don't heal the inner child that we have, it still causes triggers. So when we do the work, when we upgrade the programming, we also go and need to heal the inner child. We need to recognize the inner child. Very, very important. If you're working with a client, if it's not working for you, something is not working, I would highly recommend you to go and look at their inner child and heal those inner children. You will see a massive change, massive. I mean, I'll give you one example. For instance, one of my clients, amazing person, she broken her back when she was 16 years old. She fell off her horse, and her horse had to be put down because the horse, broken the leg and everything. And as a result, since then, over 16 years, she suffered from back pain, constant acute back pain, and also migraine as well. So when I did the inner child healing and changed the programming, her pain disappeared like this, and it's been over 2 years, hasn't come back, because we healed the inner child, because that younger self, the 16-year-old self, was hurting so much. She just didn't break her back. She also lost her beloved horse. So once we healed that, everything, all the pain gone, because we know body is amazing. It's got healing power, isn't it? But we also need to remove what's in the way. So once we remove it, once we heal the inner child as well, it goes away, completely goes away. And we use the EFT tapping to release all these negative emotions, the beliefs and past traumas. And it also allows us to create new neural pathways in the brain. So that also promotes positive change, and it also empowers us to achieve our goals. Do we have any questions so far? No? Okay, good. So, all right, let me tell you a little story before I move on. You might already know this, but I really like this story. So there is old story about two wolves, and this old wise Native American grandfather is telling his grandson a story. A fight is going on inside me, he said. It's a terrible fight between two wolves. One is evil, he is anger, envy, greed, arrogance, resentment, lies, and ego. And he continues, the other one is good. He is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. The wolves are fighting to the death. Wide open, the boys ask his grandfather, which wolf will win? The old Native American replied, the one you feed. The question is, which wolf would you feed? So we have those inside of us, our human experiences, our programs, limiting beliefs, fears, and everything. Which one are you feeding, and which one you want to overcome it? Let's find some of your beliefs. Would you be okay? I was going to do EFT tapping, but I don't think we're going to have time. So let's find some of your beliefs. Would you be happy with that? What I would like you to do is, I want you to think about I am statement. I am statement is one of the most powerful statements. Anything that you put behind I am creates your reality. Again, your subconscious does not know what is real, what's not real. What makes it real is your emotions. So if you feel comfortable, put in the chat, I am. What do you put behind I am? Like, I used to say, I'm worthless, I'm not lovable and stuff. Start thinking about it. You don't have to put it if you don't feel uncomfortable, but you can also, because you will realize you are not the only one thinking that. When I'm running my EFT trainings, people are so surprised to find out they are not the only one have that kind of fears or limiting beliefs. There is, all of us go through the same experiences and we're not aware of it. And we're trying to hide it. We're trying to brush everything underneath the carpet, thinking that no one's going to see it. But that's not the case. It's still there. It's still there. So if you think about it, I am statement. Say you got your I am statement. I'm assuming everyone's got their negative I am statement. Yeah, because think about it. 85% of our thinking is negative, isn't it? So think about your negative I am statement. Let's say, I'm not worthy. Now, I would like to create a positive I am statement. I am worthy, isn't it? Opposite would be I'm worthy. If it says I'm not, let's say I'm not confident. Positive one will be I am confident, and we know the palace of possibilities. We go and wipe them off and we write them again, don't we? So that's really helpful. But we also can do beautiful affirmations. We can, if you think about it, we brainwash ourselves since we are a child. over and over again, just like me. I used to say every morning, first thing I wake up, I hate my life, I hate my life, and I created the life I want. So if we brainwash ourselves since we were a little child, we can do the same thing with the positive beliefs, can't we? Unless there's a programming going on at the background. But I see this, once the programming is gone, once you kind of get rid of whatever is in the way, you can also start programming it. So you can start saying to yourself, check it first of all, say your positive statement, for instance, I am confident, and from 0 to 10, have a look at it. How true is it? Now 10 being the full truth, 0 being not true. Have a look at it. How true is it? Just say it to yourself. And I want to feel it in your body. Really feel it in your cells when you say it. I am confident. Say it to yourself. No one's going to hear you. And just have a look at it, how it feels. I am confident. And this time, make yourself really believe that that's the truth. I am confident. Because when somebody's speaking, if somebody is really telling the truth, you will know that, wouldn't you? When I'm saying I'm confident, you will get that, don't you? You say, yeah, she's confident. Yes, that is the truth. And it's the same for you. You cannot go to your clients or, I don't know, any interviews or saying to them, yeah, I am confident, if you don't really believe that. So let's make you believe that. Are we ready? Yeah? Do you want to do that? So what we're going to do is, I really want you to mean it this time. Make it sort of 10 out of 10 until you really believe it. I want you, every cell of your body, feel that. Just say it one more time. I am, the positive one. I am confident. I want all your mouths to move. All of your mouths to move. Come on, you can do it. I want you this for you. I am. And have a look at it again. How true is it? Yeah? Say it until you make it out of 10 out of 10. And I want you to say it every day, at least five times a day. 5 times a day. It's not a big thing, is it? When you wake up in the morning, just say, I am confident, I'm lovable. Because again, your subconscious doesn't know what's real, what's not real. And you allow your 5-year-old or 6-year-old to brainwash you. Now you're much older, you are much wiser. Let's change that. And once you start changing it, your subconscious mind even give you clues about what kind of programs are in there as well. And you will find out. And you can work with EFT to overcome them. You can go much deeper. Why did I create this belief? Why do I have? Okay, Thor. Why did I create this? Where is this coming from? And you start finding it and you're releasing it one by one. And your life start changing it. I do this Wheel of Life assessment for my clients. I don't know if any of you done it. We kind of score our each area of our lives from 0 to 10, like career, relationship, money, spiritual, to everything. And within weeks, my clients achieve 10 out of 10. Within weeks, not even like years or anything, in each area of their life. And that's how I do it. I change the subconscious mind, find the programming, change it, and also do this exercise that I just ask you to do. Ask them to repeat it every day and brainwash themselves until they truly believe it. One of my recent client in December, he didn't have much confidence, even though he went to sort of like all boarding school, private schools and everything, had a very privileged upbringing. He didn't have much confidence, unfortunately. After working together 6 weeks, he's got an amazing job with a 20K pay rise, and he couldn't even believe it because we increased his confidence levels. He didn't have confidence. And besides working with all the other stuff, I give him this example. I am confident. I am confident. Oh, that's if you go to Wheel of Life, Julie, it's called Wheel of Life. Let me write it in the chat for you. You can go and find it quite easily. I think it's called wheeloflife.io or something. You can go and kind of measure it. You can score yourself, how you're feeling in your life at the moment. And then once you start doing some work, Again, I look at it after 6 weeks with my clients and see where they are. And they're completely different story. You're welcome. Completely story. Changes so much. They achieve 10 out of 10 on each areas of their lives. One of my clients did that in 5 weeks, 5 sessions, because of the subconscious mind. Yes, that's right. Thank you, Emma. Subconscious mind, changing the subconscious mind. Yeah, amazing. I think we only got like 15 minutes. Let me have a look. Do we have any questions, by the way? Any questions at all?
It's been very quiet today.
I know. Why is everyone so quiet? Is this very interesting or not interesting? I mean, this subject fascinates me because this is where I find all my answers I was looking for years and years and years. And once you know how to harness the power of subconscious, you will love it. It is so powerful. It is so amazing, honestly. I mean, you're using it. You are EFT practitioner. You're all using it. But you can go so much deeper into it. You can really achieve so much. I see miracles after miracles every time with my clients. It's just very, very powerful. Maybe because of my background with the finance and computer programming helping me as well. But it's all available to us. Once you tap into it, it's so powerful. So all this stuff that I told you, you can do the same exercises with your clients. Look at their values. Look at their limiting beliefs. Look at their fears, because fear is one thing that holds us back. Once you release your fears, there's nothing can hold you back in life. I mean, I had massive fears. I was a single mom with 2 children in a different country. Oh my God, I had to keep my job. I couldn't do anything. I had to, put up with so many difficult managers and stuff. It was very challenging. But once I overcome the lack mentality or not worthy or any other fears, I managed to release all of that. And I managed to kind of, get out of the finance and push myself in here. And starting helping people so they don't have to go through the same struggle that I went through, because it was very difficult. I mean, I feel like I went to hell and come back. So I don't want anyone to go to hell, because there's no need for anyone to reinvent the wheel, because answers are within us.
Roz has a question, Edda.
Yeah, I just seen it. Oh, sorry.
And Petra.
Would you work with several limiting beliefs at once, looking for the clues? And could you say more about shadow work? It depends, because sometimes, the traumas can result in many, many limiting beliefs. First of all, I normally get rid of the trauma and I look at the limiting beliefs or fears that created by that trauma, because if you think about it, the phone apps, they're all in there, isn't it? So we need to clear all the aspects of it. We can't leave anything behind. So I mean, it depends on sometimes if I'm kind of giving my clients a homework to do about the limiting beliefs, I normally give maximum 3 a week, them to turn into positive beliefs, because more than that, it could be too much. I mean, it depends on the client as well. But sometimes it could be even 1. It depends on how they feel. If someone's saying to you, oh my God, this is really hard, this is 1 out of 10, there's no point of giving them any more, just work on that one and I'll move to the next one. Does that help, Rose? Does that answer your question?
Shadow work she wants to know about as well.
Yeah. Oh, shadow work. Okay, shadow work. Yes, shadow work is all about our shadow, our dark side. Yeah, just think about it. There's things that we don't want anyone to know. We think that, they're so embarrassing and we don't want anyone to know. So they are the shadow work. So we want to get rid of them. We don't want any secrets, because they bring us down. If you think about it, I always ask my clients about their personal power percentages. It means their energy. It means their sort of battery levels, because we end up giving our power to sometimes our past, sometimes our future, sometimes our fears, sometimes to other people, don't we? So we don't want anyone to take our power, our thought powers. We don't want anyone to kind of keep us prisoner in our thoughts. So shadow work is a bit like that, getting rid of all of that stuff. We're taking our power back from our shadows. You know, lots of people have guilt, don't they? Like that kind of things. You want to release all of those stuff. They are shadows because we don't want anyone to know all that stuff. So we want to get rid of that. Hopefully that explains. Let me see, Pedro, what strategy would you choose when starting the work with a client with severe childhood traumas and PTSD? What I do is normally, I send out a questionnaire to my clients to understand the whole picture. And I custom design my programs. I've got my own signature program, deep dive and transformation program, either 6 weeks or 12 weeks. And every week I work on a different issue. And when I look at the paperwork, I kind of design it according to what I need to work on first. I don't always go into the work onto the biggest one because that might not serve the client. It could be too much for them because I also need to get the subconscious mind to my side. Yeah, I want the client to understand that I'm there to help them and I've got the capability to help them. So I won't go into a very, very big ones. I might start with a small one. I might start their relationship with their mom, for instance. It's a very important one. Or I might start their relationship with their partners. Yeah, and I will move on to the important one later on. You know, the client I mentioned, we turned her into 10 out of 10 in 5 weeks. That client was sexually abused since she was 2 years old by her grandfather for over 10 years. And you would think, oh my God, how can she achieve 10 out of 10 in 5 weeks? She did. But I did not work on that first. I did not. That's another interesting thing. What happened is, when she was much older, when she was about 25 years old, she told her parents that this is what happened to her, and her parents gone and told the grandparent, granddad, this is what happened, and blah, blah. Of course, granddad kind of rejected it, saying, no, that wasn't me. And the same night he committed suicide. And if you can imagine, the whole family started blaming her, saying you lied, and because of you, the granddad died, and they lost the whole family. And I work on that first. I didn't work on the sexual abuse first because I thought it was going to be too much for her. And once I released her from the guilt, I was able to move to the next one. And in 5 weeks, we achieved 10 out of 10. Because every week we work on something different. I mean, recently I worked with another client, stutterer, over 30 years. She was stuttering since she was 5 years old. She couldn't remember why she was stuttering. So that was more challenging. But within 6 weeks, she stopped stuttering and her confidence level hit the roof. Now she decided to become an EFT practitioner and help other stutterers, and she trained with me. She's an EFT student at the moment. And yeah, helping with other people who stutters. Amazing results. I never worked with a stutterer before. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to help her, but I did. Even though I didn't know what was the issue, I resolved the issues, upgraded her apps again. Upgraded because she was, they made fun of her all her life because of her stutter. They put her down. She lost her confidence. So I upgraded those apps one by one. 6 weeks. I even posted something on my Facebook. You can see the difference. I recorded a video before we started. I recorded a video after. You can see the massive difference within 6 weeks. So everything is possible when you work with the subconscious. Any other questions? I know we got 5 minutes left. Hopefully that will be helpful for you as well. And if anybody wants to get in touch with me, you can go to my website, masteryourfuture.co.uk, or you can find me on the Facebook at Hardy. I've got special ebooks that you can download to change your limiting beliefs as well from my website. It's completely free. You can have a look at it. I've got a Facebook group, Spiritual Self-Mastery Lounge. You can go in there. I do run various EFT tapping sessions in there, or the different trainings. you know, everything is out there. I mean, I feel that this is my mission to help other people, so I'm trying to just do my best, even though I didn't think I was good enough, but now here I am talking. Before, you know, a couple of years ago, this was an impossible task for me because I have a speech impediment as well. So talking in front of people was a no for me, but I'm doing it now. I was able to get outside of my comfort zone thanks to EFT.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Let's get yours up, which one? Yeah.
Any more questions from anyone at all? Yeah. Okay. Well, it's been absolutely fascinating, Edda. Thank you very much indeed. It's lovely to hear about your work too, and how things have changed for you, because that's the testimony of EFT.
Long way, isn't it? When I started with you years ago, I was completely a different person.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, and
yeah.
I remember Emma working with me on my mum's abandonment issue as well.
I remember too.
The trauma workshop, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it was so difficult for me to get rid of this abandonment issue. Years and years, I thought I got rid of it, and I didn't. Different layers was coming up, but once you get rid of it, you know it. You know, it's a completely different story, and I do wish that for all of you as well. And thank you so much for joining me. It's been completely, utterly pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being with us, Edda. Thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you.
The recording will be up on the website on the bottom of our homepage under Talk About EFT Archives shortly, sometime this week, once I figured out how to do it. Okay.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks ever so much. We'll see you all in a month.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.